Okay fellas, just an update here on the A26. It's really kicking the shit out of me. I have tried this nose art now 4 to 5 times. I think I'm a little defeated right now, but I'm not going to give it up. Just need to come up with a different plan, I think. This was the original one I did. Had some issues. I kind of just threw this together. Didn't put much thought in it, but the anti-glare is pretty oval. As you can see in this picture, it's pretty ovaled. It doesn't look blunt like that, so it was wrong. And I used an ink marker to do the outline, and it smeared, so it's kind of screwed this up. It just wasn't clear. The outline, I also used the ink marker, but then I tried a Posca pen or whatever, acrylic marker, and I just don't like that it's not sharp. It's wavy, and just not how it looks. It's a sharp line, excuse me, which really needs to be masked. I'm probably being pretty critical, but I want it to look right. And it's funny because this attempt, which like I said, I just kind of threw it together, was my first. What I've been doing is printing off an image onto masking sheets, and I also have Tamiya masking sheet that I've been doing it on. I've just been printing it off like this and then taping those sheets to the page and cutting it by hand, which I think is part of the issue. When you cut multiple masks by hand, they're not always going to be the same, so it's just leaving me some problems. And this was my latest attempt that I've abandoned. Parts are getting better and parts are getting worse. I still am having a hard time getting this oval down on the anti-glare, but yeah, it's frustrating. The hardest part is this black stripe. I tried to mask that one, and if your masks aren't tight or you have issues with it, it looks like garbage. Like this has progressively got worse, so gonna strip it again, try again. I mentioned on the faceplates, this shit is wonderful. I don't know how corrosive or caustic it is, so I should probably protect what I'm doing here, but I'm not going to. I'll do it in real time here. It'll still be like a 5-minute video, so it's not too bad. I have, let's try this first. I've used this twice now. As you can see, it was like 20 bucks for the bottle, so it's not the cheapest of shit. This has been used twice. Let's see if it still does the trick. By the way, these are all lacquer paints. Guns, MRP. There is one, I did use one Guns Aqueous, which was the orange. And this is the Moto Chrome, black base and chrome that I used on it. Also a lacquer, but it's pretty impressive, this stuff, or it has been. I don't know if it's going to lose strength. As you can see, the metallic is gone instantly. You can see now the white is gone, and I would say from my previous 2 experiences, it's lost a little bit of its snot. Pour some clean stuff in here. yeah, like that clean has taken it off instantly. You can see, zoom in here. You can see as I pour it, it's pretty potent stuff. It's weird, a weird consistency. I spilt a little bit here. It's oily, like brake fluid, I would say. Tranny fluid, brake fluid type of deal. But I'm just going to dump this in here. Let me grab some paper towel. Okay. Let me just drain this out. I know I'm zoomed in here. Super zoom. Try not to get this stuff all over my bench. Not that it's a big deal, but give this plastic a wipe. Back her up. And yeah, we are back to bare plastic. And like I said, that stuff is probably lost a little bit of its strength because I've used it now. This is the third time, but it's still pretty much stripped down instantly. And it doesn't harm the plastic, which is nice. Back to plastic. Now, this has been painted, cleared, sitting. I've kept it as an example since my first attempt. It's been there for a good month. Its metallic is K color, which is an alcohol based. Stuff has an odd smell to it. It's hard to describe. Not bad. It's not like a lacquer thinner strong smell. It's odd. Kind of a sweetness to it. So I don't even think that's been in there for a minute yet. Let's see what happens. Did what I was trying not to do and dropped it. Getting there. Soaker again. My nutso children are running around upstairs if you hear something. It's wonderful, the COVID, that we can do absolutely nothing. Gotta stay safe, folks. Yeah. Okay. See if I can flip this guy. And it doesn't seem to be affecting my Timmy's coffee cup here, so that's good. I figured it would eat through it and I'd have shit everywhere, but let's give that a whirl again. Give that a rub down. Pretty much got her. A little piece kind of kicking around on the side still. some of my issues with this as well, trying to do this nose art, has been if you need to touch it up, it's very, very difficult. The coverage of orange is pretty crappy. So I've tried a couple. I initially was using the LP orange. Now I'm using this basically because that's what I have. I don't have the Guns lacquer. But coverage of orange is shitty, so you really have to build paint up, and then you have lines. You have tape lines. So you kind of got to get your mask situation square in the first attempt. Cutting them by hand, I think I'm just pissing upwind type of deal, you know. I think as much as it kills me to sit with software and cut the masks in a program, doesn't matter what you use, I think that's the way to go. Then I can cut multiple masks and they'll be identical. Yeah, that's come off now pretty good. So like I said, this is, well, I guess it's the 4th time I've used this fluid now, because I just did one. So I just been using it and dumping it in an old X20A container. But yeah, that's got it. So both of these are back to factory plastic. With no issues. And this video is longer than I suspected. Sorry, I know, boring. But yeah, so I'm going to, I think, change my approach, try to cut some masks with software, keep at it, but I might work on another project for this week, just as a palette cleanser. This is a little bit draining as I've done it now over multiple nights, over multiple weeks. So that's it, guys. Have a great day, have a great weekend. Cheers.